Hi, I'm Crystal. Today we're going to take a set of treat bags from Dollar Tree and turn them into this cute brag book. Now this is not really a forever keepsake. The treat bags are not really structurally strong, but I think it makes a cute brag book, maybe to set some baby pictures in for Grandma. And since there are 10 treat bags, you can make 2 brag books, one for each Grandma. I think this project is very quick and easy, and it turns into a really cute book. Got some space to add some tags or plain cardstock into each bag for some additional journaling or photo space. I did some that were plain. I did some with this cute Disney tape that my sister just gave me. That's from Dazo. And then I used some die cuts to decorate and some different die cuts to cut the panels to decorate the pages, as well as the edge of a paper placemat here for the paper lace. I've got the cute little squirrels and dogs and elephants and even a giraffe, so I think it's a good theme for a baby brag book. Now this one I cut a little shorter, just in case there's some small memorabilia to tuck into that pocket. And overall, I just think it's an adorable brag book. Now I did an elastic closure, partially because I've got the lifetime supply of eyelets, so I set an eyelet in each corner and then just tied 12 inches of elastic into a loop to make an elastic closure for my little brag book. So there's space on the cover to put the baby's name once I know what the baby's name is. And then what I will do for the inside is just get some baby photos or tell Mom to get some baby photos and print those on plain paper with a color printer. If you don't have access to one of those at home, any FedEx Kinko's location can print those for you. And then if the brag book gets too beat up from being in Grandma's purse, then you can cut the elastic off and toss the whole thing back in the recycling bin. It's just paper. So to make this very cute project, we just need a few basic supplies. I've got some copy paper, a plain lunch bag, a little bit of cardboard from some food packages, and of course this package of treat bags from Dollar Tree. Also, you'll need a regular stapler for the binding. So we're going to start out, of course, with the cover. And the cardboard here is 4 5/8 by 5 inches. That's basically the only measuring in the entire project. So I've got the cardboard attached to the copy paper, and I'm just trimming around, leaving about 1 inch on each side. And I'm going to cut the corners, leaving just a little bit of paper. I'm not cutting right down to the cardboard. And then I'm just going to fold that copy paper around. It makes a nice sharp corner if you cut off the triangle on each corner. So once the edges are folded down, when we glue the plain paper lunch bag on, it will cover up the rest of that labeling. Since the regular lunch bag is a little bit bigger than the treat bags, I'm going to cut that down to the correct size. I happen to have a plain brown lunch bag. If you didn't, you could use a plain paper grocery sack, or I guess some brown packaging paper if you like. But I'm doing this because the binding is going to involve staples, and the rough side of the staple will be facing outward, and I don't want that on the outside of the book. You could also use one of the treat bags as the outer binding. That would work just fine. When it comes to the treat bags, I don't want to use the end of the bag in my project. There certainly are versions of paper bag books that use the bags intact, but I'm going to open up the end of the bag, just unfold that glue, and when I get the bag open, I'm going to trim off the very end of the bag to leave a clean end. So it does take just a second to unpick the ends of the bags, but it wasn't too difficult. And once the bags are open, I'm just going to cut at that very last fold line on each of the bags. So once I've cut off just that very last part that's got the glue on it from the manufacturing, you'll have a stack of bags, and I'm going to fold the bags in half. So the package has 10 treat bags. I'm using 5 treat bags per book. Once I've got my stack in place, I'm just going to use the stapler to create the binding by stapling in the middle of the pages. And that is really all there is to the construction of the pages. Now to attach the pages to the cover, we're going to take the 2 halves of the cover and our plain lunch bag, And if you're going to use a ribbon closure, this is when you would insert the ribbon between the brown paper bag and the cover. I, of course, am using the elastic because I have the lifetime supply of eyelets, but a ribbon would be cute here as well. And so all we're going to do is glue the brown paper bag to the cover and then glue the pages to the brown paper bag. I don't really like to measure in my projects. I prefer to let the material be the guide, and so here I'm just going to put the glue onto this brown paper bag and attach it to the front cover. And once I've got it attached to the front cover, I'm going to insert the pages in the middle to figure out what my spacing is for attaching the back cover. That way I don't have to measure or figure out what the gutter is or anything like that. Sticking the pages into the middle of this cover and then folding it over, and so now I know what the measurement needs to be on the outside. Now I'm going to attach the back cover by gluing the brown paper bag on this side and then gluing it down. Now I've got a chance to kind of wiggle those covers in place so that they're even with one another. That just takes a second. And once I'm satisfied, I'm then going to open up the cover and run a bead of glue down that center line and then put my stack of pages onto that bead of glue. And that's really all there is to it. But that is why I say this is not any type of permanent keepsake. It's just a brag book for a short use. Because if you carry this around in your purse, it will get beat up. Now from there, it's just decoration. I have a die cut machine, so I cut a bunch of dies, cute animals, and some different frame shapes. But of course, any type of ephemera or sticker would be perfectly appropriate here. I hope you'll give this a try because it certainly is easy and quick. And I certainly thank you for joining me today. Have a good one.